Joni and me looked almost as bad as you do when we got the treatment." She straightened and turned around slowly, then laughed in vibrant happiness. "And we didn't get the full treatment." They climbed onto the couch and waved to an attendant, who set it whirling down the hall. It was 20 days before she returned to consciousness, and it was 30 days after that before the doctors and attendants could be sure of the results. At last, she stood in front of the mirror, naked, and saw what she had hoped. She was, in physical existence, what men with overactive glands and vivid imaginations dream of. She moved sensuously, and the male attendants hastily left the room. Her throaty laughter followed them out the door. Later, she was called for her final interview. "Please sit down," said the woman doctor, frowning at a sheaf of papers on the desk. The doctor picked up a clinical photograph and showed it to her. "Do you recognize this woman?" "Of course," said her sensuous voice. "That was I." She laughed huskily. "Quite a transformation. Sometimes I think I'll take the treatment myself." The doctor ran a hand across her face, with the fingers spread out, massaging. "Now, you'll admit, there's been quite a change." "Of course." "It would be unpleasant to change back." There was a momentary silence. "Change back?" Yes, I know," said the doctor. "This sounds like a scene from a horror teleshow, but the fact is that the, change was brought about, among other things, with the use of glandular secretions. A few chemicals were even used that don't ordinarily exist in the adult human body. Now, our doctors have stabilized your physique as effectively as they can." She shuffled through the papers. "But you'll need to use ejectokit. We have yours here." She handed across a small cream-colored plastic box. "The directions are indented into the box, so you can't make any mistake if you read them. Your body can store some of these substances for a time, but don't go longer than 10 days without them. Don't get cocky. You're a beautiful woman now, but remember, your beauty rests on that little box. After 6 months, we'll give you a refill, or one of our branch stores will. You're safe, so long as you do as I say." The doctor looked up to see how her listener was taking it. She received a breathtaking smile in return. "I'm off," said the new beauty, "to find a man." "That won't be hard," murmured the doctor, a little ruefully. The wedding, 3 months later, was a striking one. The women stared enviously at the tall, handsome breadth of the bridegroom, and the men watched the bride with bulging eyes. When the ceremony was over and the couple occupied the bridal suite for the night, there was a momentary interlude. "Darling," murmured the bride, "forgive me for a moment. I want to pretty up." "You're pretty enough to eat," said the groom huskily. She laughed and slipped past him to the bathroom door with her travel case. "Compose yourself," she smiled. "I'll be out in 5 minutes." The groom smiled back. 5 minutes, then." Once inside, she locked the door and brought out the little yellow plastic box. She clicked open the cover and looked at the photograph snapped inside. "Cinderella ink," said the legend. "Reminds you." "I remember," she said, and began her ritual. In the bedroom, the groom was in his shirt-sleeves, whistling and unpacking his suitcase. Suddenly, he stopped and stared at a little brown plastic box rolled up in his bathrobe. "By George," he gasped, "I almost forgot." Hastily, he rolled up his sleeve. Roll out the roll-off. Marilyn was bored. She emerged from her bath dripping and unattractive, and waited resignedly as the warm dry blew her lank young hair back from her forehead. The autotape whipped out and took the measurements of her immature figure. From the bedroom nearby, the memory box spoke with her mother's recorded voice. "Hurry up, Marin." "Yes, Mother," said Marin.